extremely tired, devoid of energy to do anything except waste your existence living in the parallel reality offered by social media pixels. Yes, I know. Procrastination has become the new norm in your life. You drift through reality like a lethargic vegetable and have forgotten the aroma of a productive day and the delicious taste of living life intensely. The problem is that fatigue, once a phenomenon monopolized by the elderly and nursing homes, is spreading like a lethal pandemic among young people aged 15, 20, 25.
Wait for it.
And to be completely honest,
Here it comes.
even I, the master, guru, and sage of productivity also experience these sudden energy losses. Over the past year, I've tried to analyze all my energy swings. I've delved into research, absorbed knowledge from books, and listened to experts, podcasters, and doctors. In today's episode, I'd like to provide a legitimate answer to the central question of this video. Why are we always tired? And how can we achieve unlimited energy? I've identified a correlation between energy and motivation. Notice how energy and motivation go hand in hand. When you have low energy, you have low motivation. When you have high motivation, you tend to have high energy, and vice versa. So let's explore several points from a scientific perspective, not only to increase and maintain balanced energy levels throughout your day, but also to boost your motivation. Digital exposure in excess is harmful in many ways, especially when it comes to the deregulation of dopamine secretion systems. Let me explain. Fatigue has been shown to be psychological. The brain calculates the effort required to perform an action and triggers the signal for fatigue and low energy. Believe it or not, your phone increases the frequency at which your brain triggers the fatigue signal. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure, is released in anticipation of a reward. Modern artificial activities like consuming ultra-processed foods, adult content, and social media are designed to make us release large amounts of dopamine, making us addicted. The main problem is that afterward, we have much less motivation or energy to do difficult tasks that offer long-term satisfaction. Much more fulfilling than scrolling through pixels. Interestingly, the brain doesn't distinguish activities based on the amount of long-term progress they offer, but on the immediate pleasure they provide. This predisposes us to choose tasks like using our phones. The problem is that when we want to work or study out of obligation or will, the brain triggers the fatigue signal because it has calculated the effort required for a productive action. That's why we need to limit phone use. Otherwise, we're training our brains to expect rewards without prior effort. As you know, I have studied this topic extensively and have several videos on regulating your dopamine secretion systems. I recommend beginners do a dopamine detox, 1 day a week without dopamine sources. For those more experienced, a week-long dopamine fast. And for those wanting to go further and be much more productive, try monk mode. I have videos on all of these methods on my channel. Many hippie types with their soft morning routines will tell you to go with the flow in the morning. Let your body lead. Well, that's fine on Sundays or during a week of summer vacation, but for the rest of the year, 90% of the time, it's unsustainable. I'm not talking about productivity per se. I'm talking about whether it's sustainable for living a happy, prosperous life. Have you noticed that after 2 months of summer, you're completely tired of that more indulgent lifestyle? Eating off diet foods and keeping irregular hours makes you crave routine. You need to feel there's some structure to your day because we are creatures of habit. It's not a matter of liking routines, it's that we need them. We are biologically coded this way. The brain aims to conserve energy for what's important. Previously, it was protecting your family and yourself from predators. Now it's being productive during work hours to avoid losing your job. Every decision depletes energy, willpower, and discipline, all of which get exhausted like a muscle. If you start your day without any structure or routine and make random decisions, you are depleting the willpower, discipline, and energy you need for decisions that really matter, those that will help you progress. If you notice, highly successful individuals often wear the same thing every day. Why? They try to reduce simple decision making to focus their energy on what truly matters. If you start your day with an activation routine to transition from sleep to activity, and at night you have a deactivation routine to transition from activity to relaxation and deep sleep, it will be much easier to preserve your energy for what truly matters. But routines are also particularly crucial for the next point. Every time I think of the old me, who played with the sleep hours, going to bed at 12 one night, at 4 another, it hurts my heart. We should receive much more education about sleep because it is the mental pillar of our vitality. You must understand that sleep stages are divided into circadian cycles, each lasting about an hour and a half. Therefore, it is recommended to sleep between 4, 5, and 6 circadian cycles. For example, I sleep 5 circadian cycles, which is 7.5 hours throughout the week and 9 hours on weekends. Here's some tips from experts for better sleep. Number 1, maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Number 2, digital detox before bed. Turn off all digital devices 2 hours before sleeping. It's not just about blue light anymore. Any bright light can harm your sleep. Reduce light exposure dramatically. Number 3, limit caffeine intake. Stop consuming caffeine at least 8 hours before going to bed. One revelation that struck me, which I learned from Dr. Huberman's podcast, is that consuming coffee within the first hour and a half of waking up can lead to an energy and motivation crash around 3 to 4 p.m. Dr. Andrew Huberman recommends delaying caffeine intake for 2 hours after waking up to avoid this crash. All of my advice is scientifically backed, though I won't delve into the biological processes and neurotransmitters involved. I'll leave that to the professionals. Another recommendation is to expose yourself to natural sunlight as soon as you wake up. This triggers mechanisms and circuits that help maintain high energy levels throughout the day. Living in sync with nature, waking up with the sunrise and sleeping with the sunset, aligns with how humanity has lived for generations, preventing many modern digital age ailments. People watch this video because they lack energy. But when it comes to exercise and diet, they leave because they already know these are important. The paradox is clear. If you know what's so crucial, why are you here for energy tips? It means you might not be following these habits meticulously. Exercise, paradoxically, increases energy, and eating less or reducing the frequency of meals also boosts energy. This seems contradictory, but spending more energy on physical activities increases our overall energy, and shortening the eating window does the same. Experts recommend starting your day with exercise. It's the first thing I do. Also, integrating intermittent fasting into your routine can help. It's not about eating less, but about eating within a specific time window. For example, I follow a pattern of eating between 18, 20, or 22 hours depending on the day. Increasing protein intake and reducing quick assimilating carbs, which cause insulin spikes, while favoring slow assimilating carbs like oats, is another effective strategy. The people around us significantly influence our energy levels. Have you ever felt euphoric, excited, and motivated with certain people, but lethargic and energy drained with others? This is because people transfer energy to us. If those around you are lethargic, use platforms like YouTube and social media positively to build digital relationships with creators like me who can help balance your environment's quality. Watching my videos can be a productive way to maintain optimal energy and motivational levels. Whether you're inspired, motivated, or learning, choose a creator you resonate with to form a kind of relationship, and you'll see how this energy transfer works. When subscribers leave comments about how happy they are watching my videos, it motivates me to continue. I believe the same happens with you. Let's nurture this relationship to establish mutually prosperous, productive, and energetic lives. I'd like to thank everyone who engaged with this video and listened throughout these minutes. I appreciate your time and attention and wish you a wonderful experience implementing these habits, activation or deactivation routines, or regulating your dopamine secretion systems, all aimed at increasing your productivity, prosperity, and having a fruitful life. Have an excellent week, and I'll see you in the next video.